Hey guys, it's the Life Doctor again, and if you're noticing the same exact hairdo, headband, glasses, everything, it's because I just recorded a video giving you a bit of an update on what's going on with my business. But I did want to come back for Testimony Tuesday because that is what I like to do on Tuesdays, give testimonies. And I just have a quick little testimony. Today my husband and I met with some gentlemen to talk about life insurance policies because I really, think it's important to make sure you have one if you don't. Um, and we actually already have a life insurance policy through my husband's employer, and it's a decent policy, but we thought that we would, at least hear what these gentlemen had to say and just be open to, just comparing at least their policy to our existing policy. But as and I don't like talking about these things because when you talk about a life insurance policy, you're talking about people dying. You're talking about, if my husband were to die, or if I were to die, or if the kids were to die, how much money would we need for this and that? And it's all morbid to me. I know it's necessary and it's reality based because people do die, and you really want to be financially prepared if that were to happen. I just don't like talking about it. But as these gentlemen were sharing with us the numbers and how the policy would work and just the different facets of what all would be involved. The main presenter, I guess as a part of the presentation to help, drive certain points home, which is fine. That's marketing. He shared some stories that were really, really sad about, a particular husband losing his wife and having to raise four kids and really struggling, and just all these different stories about, people losing their loved ones and being strapped, or people losing their loved ones and not being strapped because they took out a policy, and just different stories to try to drive the point home. I was just reflecting as I was listening to the gentleman share. I am so blessed. Even though we were in my husband's office having this meeting talking about these things that I really don't want to talk about, at least it was just a conversation about life insurance policy. It wasn't a conversation about the next step because somebody had passed away. You see what I'm saying? So the conversation could have been a much different conversation. The conversation could have been um, about, now how do I move on given the fact that somebody has passed? Or my husband could have been having the conversation, now what do I do because my wife has passed? Or what do we do because we've lost a child? That could have been the conversation, but the conversation was simply planning and looking to the future with all of us present, all of us still being alive. And let me tell you something, I don't take that for granted, because if you've been following my Facebook posts or my channel here on YouTube, you know that I have experienced death in my family. I mean, it's crazy. Like a first cousin was murdered. Just lost my auntie. She's going to be buried on Friday. And prior to that, I didn't, post other deaths, but there have been other deaths in my family, particularly on my dad's side. So, you know, I guess death has been looming in my head. And so I'm just like, thank you, God, that I still have my husband, my kids, I'm still here, my parents, sisters, etc. Um, you know, but even beyond that, like, thinking about being prepared in the event that something were to happen, even though statistically, most people live and that kind of thing. But being prepared in the event, and how important the gentleman made it seem, which it is important, but just how important he made it seem in his presentation. Like, how much more preparation should I be doing for Christ's return? Like, I know that's happening for sure. And so, how much more should I be prepared? How much more should we be preparing as a couple, our children? What are the things that we need to be getting in place and making sure things are lined up? And so, for me, I just kind of, I'm going to take that as, I guess, a lesson or a wake up call. Listen, I don't know how long I have. I don't know how long my kids have. I don't know how long my husband has. That's the reality. So in the time that we do have, we ought to be making sure that we are living our lives in a state of readiness. So, yes, we need to be in a state of financial readiness should something happen, but more than that, we need to be living in a state of spiritual readiness, because, my time to go, my husband's time to go, my kids' time to go. Nothing is guaranteed. And so we need to be ready. And I encourage you, if you are a Christian, to really take the time to reflect on what it is you need to do to be in a state of readiness, so that, when it is your time, if you should go before the Lord returns, you will be ready to meet him. You'll be ready to meet him when he calls you from your grave, and he comes again. So that's my little testimony. So it's, I guess, a little testimony and like a wake up call type of thing. But I'm grateful for these wake up calls because, I need these things to help me put things in perspective when I lose sight of things or I get too busy with other things. It helps me to just be grounded in reality and really think about the things that are important. So anyway, this is the Life Doctor. I hope that this testimony is something that can at least encourage you to get yourself in a state of readiness, preparedness for whatever it is that you need to be prepared for in life, whether it's finances, whether it's spiritual life, whether it's your health, whatever it is, to just get you motivated so you can move in that direction. So don't forget to share this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, it's absolutely free. And I also want to encourage you to check my links below. I have a lot of important information to share. One is in regards to how you can generate an income from home. So you can check that out by clicking the link that says check out my biz. And then I have recently published an ebook on relationships, which I'm so excited about. So there's a link for that as well. All right, so I will see you in the next video. This is the Life Doctor. Bye.